Alright, we are gonna do a money bowl. Okay, so first thing I am gonna do is light some money incense. I just want to cleanse and protect the bowl. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of stuff, and then I am gonna go around all the ingredients that I want to use. These are all over here. You will see them as they come along. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that burning over on my altar, and that will stay on there for a little while. So let's get to it with what we're doing. Like, the thing is with the money bowl is it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do need to tell the ingredients what to do. Make sure that they know what their purpose is. So first of all, I'm going to layer the bottom with a bit of rice. This is Tesco brand rice. It does not need to be anything fancy, but what I would say is don't try to cook with the stuff that you are using. Save that, give it back to the earth. So I'm going to layer on the bottom, and this is to attract prosperity and abundance. I'm going to just I've kept a little bit because I want to sprinkle it on the top later. So I'm going to pop that over there. This is for calling in abundance. This is what I'm going to be repeating. So some of these ingredients have multiple uses, but they are abundance, prosperity, connection to money, money healing, all of that sort of thing. So I'm going to now add, yet again, this is not an advert for Tesco, some mint. Mint, particularly spearmint, but mint in general is connected with prosperity. So I am calling in prosperity. And so is dill. Dill is also a prosperity herb. You are bringing in prosperity for me. And then basil. Basil, or basil if you are in America and Canada. Call in abundance and prosperity for me. Help me to call that shit in. Now I'm going to nestle my candle holder in. So I've got a chime candle that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to make a little space. Okay, so that's safe. Now I'm just going to pop those bits on there. So that's fine. So I have my candle holder, and I'm going to put my candle in now. I've already started using this one. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That's absolutely okay. I'm going to move this back a little bit so you can see a bit more easily. There we go. I'm using gold. Gold is traditionally obviously associated with money because we trade with gold. So I'm using gold. Last one I did was in green. Green also works because green is also associated with money and luck and success. So next thing I'm going to do is pop my bulky bits in. Actually, I'm going to put in something which I know needs bulky bits to weigh it down. One of the things is we should be putting money in here. If you don't have notes, then you can always draw them. Okay, but I prefer to just pop in a note. I didn't take it out. It was given to me as part of a service. So I am making sure that the money that I am putting in, like the big stuff, is for what I'm trying to call in. So I'm trying to call in money for services, for my manifestation work, for my coaching work, and things like that. So I'm going to now weigh this down. So I'm calling in more of this, more of service money, but also more of unexpected money. I have pyrite. So we've got this gorgeous, gorgeous lump of pyrite, which I'm going to use to weigh down the tenner. And that is associated with money and luck and prosperity. It's also known as fool's gold. And I also have multiple other stones. Don't ask me if I know all of them because off the top of my head, I do not. But I know these are all connected with prosperity and money and luck. So I'm going to grab the ones that I do know that are all connected with money and luck and prosperity. So off the top of my head, we've got malachite. So that goes in there. That is also an amplifier. Can't remember what that one is. I think it might be aventurine. Again, I'm not sure. That might be aventurine as well. One of these is septarian. I know that. And then these two are citrine. So just popping them in any which way. It doesn't really matter. You do you. If you want to make it more ritualized, you can. But you don't need to. This is goldstone. So it's a very dark goldstone. You can hardly see the sparkles on it. But there is a beautiful goldstone that I'm going to be using as well. Which is also traditionally known as a connection to prosperity. I'm going to grab another stone because I want to have an added... Oh God, I'm trying to grab my entire collection of stones that I have, and it's all over there. I want to have an added piece of the story to this. So I'll move that over there. There we go. I'm also calling in a couple of other things. I'm calling in, this is jet, and I'm calling in protection. Okay, so I want protection for myself to feel safe around money, to feel safe to receive money, and to feel safe to connect with money in a very meaningful way. So that is me. So I need protection and safety. So that is my jet. And then I also require energy, so I'm using carnelian. So carnelian is traditionally for energy. It's also a sacral stone because it's orange. There is lots of more connections with this one, but I am specifically using it to call in energy, particularly around money and prosperity. Because if I want to do stuff, I need some energy. And then the last two stones that I'm going to do, I forgot that there was another citrine, so I'm going to pop her there. The last two stones I'm going to do, one is a tektite, so it is a meteorite, and this one is a desert rose. From my understanding, these are amplifiers. So these are really, really good with manifestation. So I'm going to use both of these. So I'm using the desert rose and a tektite. Don't ask me what it's called. I cannot remember. And then obviously, traditionally, we are going to use some cinnamon. Okay, so this is a cinnamon stick. You can use cinnamon powder, whatever you want to do. Just be aware if you've got pets and they are a little bit inquisitive, then try not to have things like cinnamon out because it can poison them. So this is for calling in prosperity and abundance for me. And where am I going to shove you? You are going to go there. Okay, we still have a few to go, which is very exciting. The next things I am adding are money. You can hear it in the background. So I am going to grab the money that I am looking for. I've got more than this, but right now I don't want to overflow my bowl, so I'm just adding the one of each of the coins that I have. So I think I do have a cent as well. So this is mostly English money. I'm pretty sure I've got some American money upstairs, so I will be using that as well. I'll be adding that in later. And that's the other thing, you don't need to do everything straight away. You can add to it. You can continue to build on the energy. So I've got all of these and I'm just going to strategically place them. These are symbols of, obviously symbols of money because they are actual physical manifestation of money. So I'm just going to chuck them in and you can go there. Okay. I'm still not done. I've got a few other things that I want to put in, and there's a couple of bits that I need to connect with in order to do them. One of the things is this cute little boarding pass to the USA. Both myself and my husband are hoping to emigrate to America, and we are in the processes of it. I will give you an update as soon as I know what's going on. But this is one of my manifestations. So this is a little sticker, but I am calling this in. So I'm going to pop that behind the money. Okay, so that's in there. Now you could just leave it like that. You do not have to add anything more, but I would like to add a little bit more to mine. So there's two things that I'm going to add, and then I'm going to top it off with the rice. The two things are, I have bay leaves. So I've got bay leaves and I have drawn symbols on them. These three, the 1, 2, 3, are Norse runes. So we have them for abundance and prosperity. I have one for manifestation and one for success. And then obviously I've got pound sign, and then I have a dollar sign. So I'm gonna shove these where I can. It's now a precarious balancing game to try and get everything in, and this is where the cinnamon stick gets moved frequently. Okay, but I still have one more thing that I want to add before I top it off with the rice, and you can see I've had these in the background. Okay, so these are my oils that I bought in America. I'm pretty sure you can probably get them over here, but I have personal power, steady work, and manifest. These are the things that I am hoping to call in and to make sure that I am still on top of my game, particularly with the personal power. And something I prepared earlier, very Blue Peter, I have 2 sigils. These are 2 sigils with very connective phrases and affirmations that I have gone through. They are ready to be charged, and they will be activated when I burn them. And I will burn them with one of the bay leaves whenever I feel called to. So they're going to sit and charge in the money bowl, but I'm going to charge them once more with the oils. So I'm going to pop on manifest. 3 is a very powerful number, and you can see I have been doing it in a clockwise way. So a clockwise way calls in, anti-clockwise unravels. So if you've got anything you want to let go of, you could do it the other way around. And then I have personal power. So obviously these don't have a dropper, so I'm going to grab hold of it, pop it on my finger, and I'm going to call in. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Okay, and then last one, steady work. I haven't used my money oils today because I feel like we've got a lot of money here, and I'm looking for things that will empower myself. If you don't have these oils, don't worry. It's okay. You can do the same thing, but use your intention. So let's call in personal power. And you can see I did these in black and then outlined them in green. All right, so these are ready to go in. I'm going to try not to put them too close to the candle because they are now covered in oil, and I don't want it to be dangerous when I light it. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the rice with my oily fingers, so I'm adding a little bit of extra there, and I'm now going to add in. So bring me abundance, bring me money, honey. Okay, and there you have it. That's your money bowl. You can do it as big or as small as you like. It can be as simple or as complex as you like. The main thing is use your intention. Get clear on what you want. Thank you very much for joining me, darlings. I love you. Bye.